My high-functioning sister faked having severe Down syndrome to manipulate everyone into giving her whatever she wanted. After she destroyed my friend's life with life-ruining false accusations, we baited her into a trap where she publicly admitted she'd been faking her disability level for years. My younger sister has high-functioning Down syndrome. You see, she has a form of Down syndrome where only some of your cells have the extra chromosome. So, aside from looking a little different, she actually had the same IQ level as the average person. But the rest of the world didn't know that, and she knew it too. It took me a while to figure out what was going on because during childhood, I loved her with all my heart. I didn't even see her as a friend. I saw her as someone I wanted to make happy, even if it meant sacrifice. I always did her homework when she asked and let her have anything of mine that she wanted. "We're so proud of you for being such an amazing big sister," my parents would say. This was the last time in my life that they praised me, because one day I told Lily that I was too tired to do her homework, but instead of saying she understood, or even just ignoring me, she kicked the back of my legs until I fell over and struggled to breathe. I tried to call out my parents' names, and after a few minutes my mom finally came up the stairs. "Mom, Lily, excuse me," she interrupted, standing there like I had just done something wrong. "Your sister has Down syndrome. Of course, she is going to make a few mistakes sometimes." She then stomped downstairs and gifted Lily with her favorite ice cream before continuing to watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Heat flooded my face. I felt a wave of guilt wash over me. Was I really a horrible sister? That night, my question was answered. I was fast asleep at 1 Walk A. And that's when Lily came bursting into my room. "You know, I calculated exactly how hard I needed to kick you to make you fall without leaving bruises. Physics is pretty useful." I looked up to see an evil smirk plastered across her face, and that's when I knew she was just playing into the whole Down syndrome thing. From there, things only got worse. One afternoon in summer, we were eating watermelon together, and I let her have the juiciest pieces. I was accidentally chewing too loudly, and she punched me in the back of my head until I felt like I had a concussion. "Stop eating like an effing peasant," she cried out. When my parents came rushing in, I expected them to help me stand, but instead they went over to comfort Lily. "I'm sorry, your sister can't be better," and that's why my first heartbreak wasn't a boy. It was my parents, and because Lily and I went to the same school, I couldn't escape it. She would tell everyone about what a horrible person I was, and every morning consisted of dirty looks and whispered gossip, all directed towards me. There was only one person who took my side, and that was Blake. Blake had a brother with full-fledged Down syndrome, so he knew what it was really like to take care of one, and he hated how Lily treated me even more than I did. He was the only one who opened his eyes enough to see the bruises that littered my body, the scars across my skin that started before I knew how to follow a fire drill. But the whole time, I never did anything. Because, even though everyone we knew treated her better than they did to me, she still looked like she had Down syndrome. And I saw the weird looks she would get on the street, the comments dumb boys would make about how they'd have to bag her face. I figured if the roles were reversed, I'd probably hate me too, but then she took it too far. Me and Blake were sitting together in the lunch canteen when Lily walked over and sat on his lap. It was literally their first time talking. "Hey, will you go out with me?" she asked, batting her eyelashes. In a moment of quick thinking, Blake blurted out, "I'm gay, girly pop," before motioning his wrist in a sleigh motion. It made me cringe, but when I looked over to Lily, she looked angry. Like, really angry. Later that day, when I got home, my mom immediately greeted me at the door. "You're not to spend time with Blake ever again." The color drained from my face. She continued, "He should be locked up after what he did to your sister. I mean, intimately assaulting a girl with Down syndrome is just disgusting.